don't cry. I'm 16 assignments behind. I'm running late, but it's fine. Just don't cry. Don't cry. He hurt your feelings, but that's alright. He didn't know that you're sensitive at your breaking point. He's insensitive, that's not the point. Just don't cry. Let's pretend we see blue skies. Let's pretend that we're all good. Won't fall apart, cause we're all good. No need to restart. I'll just fix it, put it back together, it's fine, totally fine, no pressure. How am I still shaking? Smile, it's not like they know that you're faking. Hi, how are you? That's great, huh? No, I can't take a break, there's too much work to get done, and sadly I have just begun. Don't cry, wave goodbye. Goodbye, you're just fine, that's a lie. Don't cry, wave goodbye. Goodbye, you're just fine. Right?
She was the last one in this town we would have thought was Snap. Guess he finally found the straw that broke the camel's back. Now she's lighting camels and sipping Chardonnay. She's dressed up to the nines and all the cops are on their way. She reapplies her lipstick, lights are flashing red and blue. They ask her why she did it, she said, honey, you would too. Lord help the man who don't know how strong a woman can be when somebody does her wrong. He lit that fuse in her bed with that blonde. Now the house is up in flames. His clothes are on the lawn. Thought she was fragile like a flower, but she's fragile like a bomb. Yeah, he set her off.
What childhood role did you have in your family? Family therapists Hawkins and Hawkins laid out 4 types of childhood roles that children take on, especially in families that are dysfunctional or have a lot of abuse or substance abuse addiction. The first role is the hero, who's very driven and successful, self-sufficient, responsible. By being successful, they then offer status to the family. A lot of times they might take care of the family and become a bit of the parent in the family. The second role is the scapegoat. This is a child who acts out and starts to get blamed for all the problems in the family. But in this dysfunctional home, a lot of the reasons why a scapegoat child might act out is because they're frustrated and angry about the volatility in the home. And in being the scapegoat, this child also kind of takes focus off of the family's real issues and becomes the center of the problem, such as the child is the problem versus the abuse or addiction that's going on within the home. The third role is called the lost child. These children follow the rules, fly low under the radar, adjust to everyone else, don't ask for anything, but end up being very isolated and lonely. And the last role is the mascot, or the class clown. A lot of times this might be the youngest child who is very well liked and outgoing. This child, for a dysfunctional family, was a good distraction, and a lot of their humor is to actually cover up their pain and low self-esteem, broken sense of self. What role did you have in your family growing up?
Something about you liking me just doesn't sit right with me. I think it probably means you have bad taste.
Yo, you guys want to go get some D-E-S-S-E-R-T? Yeah, dude, I need me a T-R-E-A-T.
What you guys talking about? Yeah, why did you guys just spell dessert?
No, shut up! Don't say it!
Why?
Oh god, how do we tell you this? Simon can't spell.
What?
He can't spell, so when we talk about something he wants, we spell it out loud so he doesn't get too excited.
He's a grown man. He can't handle hearing the word treat?
Treat? No treat.
Treat?
No treat.
Treat?
No treat.
Oh. Okay, what is happening?
We told you he gets excited when he hears the word T-R-E-A-T.
What you talking about?
Taxes.
Oh, shucks. What, so you guys just treat him like a toddler?
Treat? No treat.
Treat?
No treat.
Treat?
No treat.
Oh.
Dude, you gotta spell if you're talking about F-O-O-D.
Okay, so are we getting an S-N-A-C-K?
Snack? Oh, come on,
Oh,
man.
dude, really?
Oh, come on, I spelled it. Well, he knows how to spell snack.
So he can spell snack, but he can't spell treat?
Treat? No treat.
Treat?
No treat.
Treat?
No treat.
God!
Okay, he's getting fussy. It's time for an N-A-P.
Yeah. What does N-A-P spell? Party.
We'd be perfect together. What makes you say that? Because my heart met yours and opened a big welcome mat. Please come in, I said, hesitantly and scared. I'm sorry if it's a bit messy, I didn't have time to get prepared. And yeah, it was messy. Dishes in the sink, tear-stained notebooks, pens uncapped with dried ink, mismatched socks, dust bunnies in the air, unfolded laundry, a tangled mess of hair. Novels left scattered, plants suddenly wilted, the frames on my wall were all horribly tilted. And you walked in, took a look at what you found, and I patiently waited for you to turn back around. But instead you smiled, said I love what you've done with the place, and then grabbed my hand when you saw the look on my face. You smiled even larger. Let's fill this place with laughter. And I said, but I should probably clean. You shook your head and said, after. And God, I laughed. I saw the windows open. I caught the exact second that I suddenly let hope in. And then I cleaned. As we danced in the room, you put away my laundry as I spun around a broom. New pens on the table, so you never stop writing. Tears turn happy. Suddenly my heart is inviting. Suddenly there's growth, vines up walls. Suddenly I'm the person that texts and calls. And I say, but what about your heart? You've done so much for me. And I hear a noise filled with the utmost glee. My heart is the basement. My heart is the ceiling. My heart is the thing that you keep on stealing. My heart is a house that you turn into a home. And I was just as messy, but you showed me that I wasn't alone.
The sibling that sent you this knows tomorrow isn't promised, which is why they must insult you today.
Why do you always have to be mean? You'll never find somebody like that.
I think we're all gonna find someone that's obsessed with us. Chances are it's gonna be a dog, but at least it's something.
What do you have going in your life?
Not much. Some people have boyfriends. Some people have girlfriends. I have a lot of problems.
Francis!
I can't tell if people like me. Strangers, classmates, friends. I can't tell. I keep thinking their kindness can't all just be lies. But what if it happens it is? I can't help worrying that they're taking advantage, that they've always been. I love people too much, and maybe they know that. Maybe they've heard of me and my love and blue eyes. Maybe they can see how hard I'm trying to be nice. They think it's pathetic. Strangers. What if they secretly pity me? Want out of my sight? I guess it's just the fact that I can't even tell if I like me. I don't even know if I'm likable at all. And if I don't like me, why would they?
Hey, just a reminder, no one prepared you for what you were gonna go through. There was no way you could have been prepared. And you still handled it with grace. And you still did the best that you could. And that is enough. You've survived 100% of your worst days and you are still here. I don't care if you are low right now. I don't care where on that spectrum you are at. You are still here. After all of that. And I'm so proud of you. If no one's told you lately, I'm so proud of you.
I'm going to teach a little lesson, so you best be listening, because I won't have any literary critics omitting this. See, the greatest of the poems already been written. It's by a spooky little named Emily Dickinson. Got a thirst for a verse out of Amherst. Want the whole damn poem, not the excerpt. I'll take it down and come back for dessert, because there ain't nobody baking up bars like her. Odd and reclusive, known for her use of quirky little dashes, a little intrusive, 1800s, motherfucking goose of common meter 4s and 3s. Caps for emphasis, she was lyrically sensuous, dedication to a woman, but the censor won't mention it, and her rhymes weren't quite straight either. Slanting harder than the Tower of Pisa. Mamma mia! Half the mother poets lacking, sent 'em packing, now they're hacks in the backseat, asking why, what's special about the buzz of the fly, but she's gone canonical, she's lasting. She was living all alone almost all of her life, except a few wild nights with Sue on the slide. She was banging out bangers till 55, when a man in a carriage stopped to give her a ride. I love her.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will break my confidence. Words will break my trust. Words will linger in my head until who I am becomes who I was. They say words won't make me bleed, that words won't scrape my knees, but words will make me touch rock bottom, drowning in my tears created seas. I was a child when I first started being bullied. The words started out small, children being children. They said I wouldn't remember it, after all. But words are like tattoos, permanently engraved on my being, because words become beliefs. once you're forced to start agreeing. I blocked all my friends, or at least the people that act like they are, because they tell me to be quiet when I'm singing in their car. My friends are very friendly, or at least that's what they like to say, but one of them laughed when they saw me crying today. I blocked that one first. I called it self-improvement, and I left our town when my doctor recommended some movement. My friends ask about me. They memorize what I do, and when I catch feelings, they say, "Why would he ever like you?" But they don't say that to me. Not anymore, at least, because I stopped responding when I moved back east. Oh, they were so proud. What is she up to these days? Still writing poetry? Oh, I thought that was just a phase. My friends look out for me, so they can trip me first, and they always make me feel like I'll always be the worst. My family isn't like this, and we're not related by blood, and they jump in to save me as I'm lying in the mud. They fill me with comfort, yell my name in a crowded room, full of opportunities, and they don't just assume. My family means friendship, but not like I've known before. And if I'm too much, they tell me to be more. I know you. That was all that you said, and I just sat there and waited to see where your speech led. You might not think that I do, but I know you better than you think. Like you say your favorite color is blue, but you really mean light pink. Only some days, though. Sometimes it shades green, then it goes back to blue because they're hard to choose between. Like your choice of milk changes depending on the weather. Coffee versus tea, oat and matcha go together. Like you play with your hands whenever you're stressed, nervous, anxious, even a little impressed. But you blush with your ears when you have a really strong feeling, and you move in silence whenever you're really healing. Like you want someone to play guitar for you, but more than anything you want to learn because you're the one that serenades with no embarrassment or concern. Like those sparks in your eyes come from an internal fire. No wonder you heat up rooms, you're the energy to admire. I know how you leave parties, the last one in the room, cleaning up cups while others merely just assume somebody else will do it. But for you, nobody had to say. You just go to your default setting, always, I choose kindness today. And I wish I knew you sooner, so I know you even better. And I already wrote this all down because I know you love a good love letter.
I always wondered why I liked the villains more, and I think it might be because when they get on the floor, down on their knees for her and only her, something in me stirs. A hero would sacrifice her to save the world, showing that they are indeed pure-hearted and honest, but a villain would tear the world apart if she was hurt. That is a promise. They seem selfish, manipulative, and rude to everyone around, but he treats her like a queen, his and only his, sitting beside him on a throne with her crown. I think villains are misjudged, and that most of the time we don't get to see their story, for if we knew it, the hero may not seem so full of glory. Monsters are made, not born, and any soul tortured, confused, and abused incidentally would not have time to mourn. So the next time I defend the villain of the tale, remember that they too were once broken.